What's up people? Today I'm going to be showing you how to do what I call a drone orbit boomerang. Recently did this on Instagram and have a lot of comments, people asking for a tutorial. So here it is. This is how I did it. Let me get into the phone. Boom. So here on my Instagram feed you will see my drone boomerang orbit. As I point up at the sky it zooms out all the way. And back in it goes. And it stops where we started. Just like this. Right guys, so first we're going to start a new project. I'm going to name this the Drone Orbit Boomerang Demo. Should have this here with the 4K. You want to change this, you want to put this down to custom. We're going to be uploading this one to Instagram. So my favorite to keep the quality is to change it to 640 by 360. This will keep some of the HD quality on Instagram. Let's change this to 24p. I don't know why, but it always seems to work better for me. Everything else we keep as standard and press OK. But the first thing you're going to need is obviously your drone boomerang. Started the video. Here's the one I did earlier. We'll drop that in there. So basically all I did was brought the drone down to as close to me without getting my nose chopped off. And then I pointed up at the screen as you see, and away it flew, and I went to the maximum height allowed. Obviously go careful where you are, you don't want to be breaking any laws. And then I just stopped the recording. So with this we just want to line it up to where we want. Say about there. Command B to cut that and delete that section. We'll zoom out right to the bit where I started to pan up. We don't want it to pan up, we want it to stay down. Let's say about here. Again, Command B, cut and delete off the end section. Okay. Now let's render all of that. Okay, once that's rendered, we need to speed it up, of course. Let's speed this up. We need to be a lot faster. Let's start with about, that's still 18 seconds long here, way too long. We really want to get that down to about 3 seconds. Okay, once that's rendered, we should have something like this. Now for the next step. For the next step you will need Google Earth. In fact I have here Google Earth Pro. Let's open Google Earth Pro and I'll show you what we need to do. So once you've got Google Earth Pro open, you need to find your house or wherever you took the drone clip from. For me it was my house, so here I am. Now for this we want to line it up. Let's shrink this down, up. So something that's important is that you need to really line it up. So here we can see it ends there. Right, let me go back to Google Earth 1 second. There you go. Now I need to make sure that this is lined up. So looking at the road layout, I think I need to zoom out a little bit more so I can see this building here on the right. I got this as a guideline, this L building, which is just over here as you can see. That's perfect. Bring it down a bit. That there is pretty spot on. Okay. So for the next step, you need to have installed, you should have it installed by standard, but you need to have QuickTime Player. Open up the QuickTime Player, click on the top on Tools, I believe, and go to Screen Record. When you go to Screen Record, you can drag over the part of the screen you want to record. So you will drag over the section of the screen you wish to record here, which will be from this point here down to here to get the perfect lineup of this image here. Press record When it started to record, you then hold back the minus just like this, and you zoom out all the way. And by the way, if anyone knows how to get rid of that circle in the middle, please let me know, because that's one thing I could not get rid of. And then you zoom back in as well if you want. Right back where you live. So when that's recorded, you then stop the recording, save the recording, and we've finished with Google Earth Pro now. So we can close that down and go back to Final Cut. Now, one word advice is go careful when I first did it. You see this one here called Earth. When I first did it, I left all of the names of the cities on Google Earth, and you don't want that because obviously it looks quite odd. So to get rid of that, you can take that away on the options in Google Earth. Very easily done. This is my second attempt with no names of the cities. So we want to drag that one onto there. We want to get to the bit where it's zooming out. So it's starting to zoom out here. Command B, cut, delete that off. We want to speed this up quite a lot. So let's speed it up times 8. We want the whole clip to be about 4 seconds long. At the moment it's 5. Let's put it down to 4 seconds. There you go, that's fine for me. Let's play that. It's a bit blurred, it hasn't rendered out. So let's render it out quickly. And we'll just wait a second. That's rendered out. Let's have a look at it now. Oh, it's way too quick, in fact. Let's make that a little bit longer, shall we? It's like 3 seconds long. Again, it needs rendering again. Modify, render all. Just wait a second. That's now rendered. Let's check it out. Zoom in out. Nice. And then when we get to the end, a little thing I did was when I got to about here, I just did a Command B, I cut this section. This section I made it a little bit slower, just so when it gets to the view of the whole Earth, it just slows down a bit so you can get a good view of it. And then we just want to cut that off a bit like this. That's nice. That's looking good. So that's it. So it's done. So now what you want to do is select it all, right click, new compound clip. Okay. Select it, Command C to copy, come over here, Command V to paste. So we've just pasted the same clip, delete off the middle section. This obviously we want to reverse clip. Let's just render it out. That's rendered. Here we are zooming out. And then all the way out and all the way back in. It's lagging a bit because it hasn't rendered. And there we have it. It finishes up on me again. Next thing, we need to add some music to this, otherwise it's going to sound pretty rubbish. My favorite music for boomerangs. If you know me on Instagram, I always use Snoop Dogg. And we'll put that onto our timeline. Just shorten off the end, doesn't start straight away. I want it to start straight away. I'm going to cut that off on the end to make it all fit in, obviously. Yep. Can make that all a compound clip if you want it, keep it nice and smooth. Let it render out, and that, my friends, is how I did my drone orbit boomerang on Instagram. Now you all know my secret. This little bit here, the transition between the actual drone clip and the Google Earth is not so great. You do need to play around with it a bit to get it absolutely perfect. But I didn't want to go on about that for ages on this video. But believe me, if you play around for 10 minutes or so, you can get it looking really nice. Like you saw at the beginning of this video on my Instagram feed, I had it pretty good. So once you've done that, finished all of that, you put your music that you wanted, just click on the top right and export your master file. Go to your settings, put that to better quality, always better quality. It's not going to take up much space at all here, and you just press next, put in your name, save it to the desktop if that's where you want to save it. Press save, and there we have it. So once it's downloaded, just check it out. Here it is, the final product. And I think that's really good. Please, if you do any of these, please make sure you tag me on your Instagram. I'd love to see them as well. Be sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Click that notification buttons, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.